from the home of the Angels for nearly a half-century. There's a look inside Angels Stadium of Anaheim. Today, a contest from the AL West between the Houston Astros and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. It's Angels baseball, and it's coming up next. Griffin Canning will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matty V, this ought to be exciting. This is one of the top young pitchers in the game right now. He keeps getting better. He keeps learning. And if he continues at this pace, this guy has a chance to be one of the more reliable pitchers in the game.
Now at the plate, here is Craig Biggio. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Off the afternoon for Houston, the second baseman.
First offering on its way.
Biggio.
And the game's first pitch is taken for ball one, and we are officially underway this afternoon from Angel Stadium.
First pitch, 110.
The 1-0. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Hit down the third baseline. This will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Should be a picture-perfect afternoon for baseball. 78 degrees at first pitch. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out.
I think he had his mind made up. He was swinging the bat and trying to protect before the ball even left the pitcher's hand. That pitch wasn't even close. He would have needed a flagpole to hit that one.
And here's the left-handed hitting Michael Brantley. He'll send the first one he sees on the ground to second. Right to him. And quickly there are 2 away. Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, fellas, there's nobody that I'm more excited to watch play than Carlos Correa. He's hitting over 400. Now, hold on. I know it's just April, but that's really impressive. And if you're hitting 400 in the backyard playing wiffle ball, you're still doing something pretty good. It's been a great start, and I'm interested to see if he can feed off of it the rest of the way.
1-0 the count. Now here's the pitch. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
And he gets there, makes the running play, and that ends the inning. So a fairly painless top of the first. Now the Angels will get their first crack at it. No score. Justin Verlander will be on the mound for the Astros. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we're taking a look at one of the top pitchers in the game. This guy has over 200 career victories, and he'd like to add another one to this list. This guy's been a really good pitcher for a long time, and right now he's showing no signs of slowing down. It'll be interesting to watch him work in this one here.
And stepping in, Garrett Anderson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And there's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Fellas, taking a look at these Astros entering play here this afternoon. They come out of the gate slowly. Just one of their first 4 have been wins.
Yeah, Matty, this road trip's been a little bit of a struggle for this team. First 4 games, they find themselves 1-3. Haven't played particularly well. They'll find a way to regroup. They have to find a way to play a little bit more fundamentally sound. Start there first.
Struck him out.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a
Batting
fastball.
second.
Even if you
The
recognize the
shortstop.
breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to
Iglesias.
sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. As he'll take a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball one. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty, we got a good one behind the dish today in Ed Drummond. Well liked by all people, pitchers, batters, managers. All you want as a player is the ability to talk to someone. And that's what Ed does. He gives you that chance.
Zero, you hit a nail right on the head. He has a real long fuse. He's not afraid to let a hitter or a pitcher, I'm not say complain about a particular pitch, but he's not the guy that's going to get mad and throw somebody and give him the boot just because a guy doesn't like a pitch or a pitcher thinks that a pitch is a strike and they call it a ball.
2-2 the count. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
And that'll bring Mike Trout to the dish. As Verlander jumps ahead of him here with strike 1. Trying to avoid becoming the 3rd strikeout victim of the inning here. Wind up and the 0-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to their designated hitter this afternoon.
Going to be a long day if he executes like this, punching tickets right out of the gate.
Ball 2-1. All even now, 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Again, another foul ball. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. To short. Fielded cleanly. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Angels are gone in order. We are still scoreless. That'll bring up Yordan Alvarez. He has no prior history against this pitcher.
Yordan Alvarez.
Now the first pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. And the throw on to first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away.
Here's how the Halos are going to line up on defense. And let's focus our attention on one of the most dynamic defenders in our sport, and that's shortstop Jose Iglesias. I want to tell one of our camera guys, do not take your lens off this guy because he is going to make a highlight reel play every game, and I guarantee something goes down today.
Kyle Tucker comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Oh, and 1 count and the pitch. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch. I tried to backdoor him there, but it's a full count now. 3-2.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and the next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Right side, hit hard. Rendon has it, and there are 2 away now.
Batting 6, the shortstop, Carlos Correa.
Next up for the Astros, Carlos Correa. In his career against this pitcher, he's 0 for 5. First pitch on its way. Skied into straightaway right. Salmon is underneath this one, and he will put it away to retire the side. Astros go down 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. So now the Angels cleanup batter, Jim Edmonds. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season.
Edmonds.
First pitch on its way from Verlander.
Ball 1, no strike.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0.
Yep, that ball went out.
Hey, you want to talk about being in the zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
2-1 to Edmonds.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
And it's fouled away. No offer on that one, and Verlander's run it full now. 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Now a ball lined hard toward deep right field. Tucker is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Batting 5th.
Time for a look at the Houston Astros on D. And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
Stepping in now, Jared Walsh. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0.
Hey, be on the lookout right here. Usually when a pitcher drops in a curveball for a strike looking, now he'll try and throw it in the dirt, get you to fish a little bit. I want to see where he goes here.
2 balls and a strike to the Angels' first baseman. One pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2.
Oh, this is what you get fired up for right here. Hard fastball against a power hitter. I know he was late right there, but if he comes back, this one might not come back.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Jared Walsh goes down for the 2nd out in the bottom half. The next batter is Troy Glaus. try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. First pitch on the way as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
No strike.
Outside, 3-0 now.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Well, they were obviously pitching around him there, and I don't blame them. With the bases empty and 2 outs, and a hitter of this caliber at the plate, make somebody else beat you.
In now is Anthony Rendon. He was among the many who failed to record a base hit in the loss yesterday. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Bottom of the second here with no score. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. And 2-2.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Had to wait back on the changeup, and he did a good job just to make contact. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he may be starting to lose the feel here as that misses for ball 4, and that's back-to-back walks now with 2 away.
Well, this guy's been prone to giving up walks in bunches, and that's already 2 walks here in the early going. We'll see if this continues to be an issue for him as this start continues.
So now here is Tim Salmon looking to put them ahead early with this at-bat. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Fouled off.
After the walk and with runners on the bags, he couldn't afford to fall behind here. Nice job of jumping ahead with strike 1.
Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. And there's ball 1.
So that's 2 pitches in a row above the belt. As a hitter, that's what you're looking for, especially when it's a day game and the ball is carrying. That just wasn't a good enough pitch to hit.
2 balls and a strike to count. Oh, textbook slider there, and he's back at even 2-2.
These are the moments right here. You got a good pitcher on the mound. You don't know if these opportunities are going to present themselves throughout the course of the game. You have to capitalize in this situation.
Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Couple of walks in the inning, but nothing on the scoreboard. 2 complete. Still scoreless here on the show. And that'll bring up Alex Bregman. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
And now a pitch on the way. Here's a shot to left field and deep. And gone. An absolute bomb. It's a solo shot for Alex Bregman. Second home run early in the year, and the Astros take a 1-0 lead.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in. As he'll take a look at ball one. He comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Into the box, Miles Straw. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. Astros center fielder ahead with a 2-0 count.
2-0.
1 out, nobody on. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order's coming up right behind him.
And that's in there, 3-1. 4 pitches, all takes. He's showing a lot of patience here.
And I like that from a guy like him, Matty. He can do a lot of damage on the base pass with his legs. So there's no reason for him to get overly aggressive if he's not getting anything to handle.
The batter, number 7, second baseman,
Craig Biggio digging in now. He was a strikeout victim to open up the ball game. He's set and the pitch. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one.
This is a tough guy to turn 2 on. It's got to be hit hard. If you're an infielder, you've got to catch it and get rid of it quickly.
Runners on first with 1 down. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Let's pick your poison in this situation right here. I know that runner on first is certainly affecting his mechanics, but now you're down 2-0, and you got to find a way to get back in his strike zone.
From the belt, the pitch. 3-0 now.
No strike.
Michael Brantley is on deck. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. The 3-1. Hard hit ball to second. Rendon is there. To Iglesias for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Astros get a run here courtesy of the solo homer. Bottom of the third coming up. It's now 1-0 Houston. Leading off the inning, it'll be Max Stassi, and they could use a spark from him here.
Matt. Jesse.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit hard on the ground to second. And the throw to first is in time. One gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Garrett Anderson.
So one out and nobody aboard. And here comes Anderson. First offering. Lifted the other way out to left center. There to pull it in is Brantley, and there are two gone now.
The batter, number 4, shortstop, Jose Iglesias.
And now for the Angels, Jose Iglesias struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
No balls and one strike. Angels still looking for hit number 1 in the ballgame. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Biggio is there for it, and the inning is over. Angels down quickly there on just 4 pitches. They're down 1-0. All set for the start of the 4th, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, Michael Brantley. And now the first pitch.
1-0. Nope. Outside.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a liner. Well, this is unfortunately right at him in center field as he takes it in for the first out.
The first baseman, number 5, Jeff Bagwell.
Now to the plate, Jeff Bagwell. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the AB now.
Ball 1, no strike.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0.
2 balls, no strike.
Swing and a miss on what should have been ball 3. Instead, the count goes to 2-1.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Rendon able to put it away, and that's out number 2.
Now batting.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
So now to the plate, Yordan Alvarez. Hit sharply on the ground. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
Hey, not an easy thing to do right there, Nero, with that stacked infield on the right side. You hit it through where the shift is, have to hit that in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, he found a good result right there, Dan. Pitcher actually executed right there. Got him to hit it where he wanted to. Put good barrel, good contact on that ball and was able to find the hole.
Hit hard back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
So Next to swing the bat will be Carlos Correa. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. Flew out in his only at-bat so far. Comes set, the 0-1. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the second strike.
Hey, I couldn't tell from up here if the hitter was taking all the way or sitting fastball and just got knee buckled. Either way, that was a really good curveball right there. Move on to the next pitch, but have that in the back of your mind.
And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. 2 left for the Astros, but they're on top 1-0. Mike Trout ready to settle in and kick off the inning. Matt Vasgersian joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac with you in the booth. First offering.
Count 1-0.
High fly ball headed for the corner in left. It has the distance and nearly into the hit column in a big way. Instead, it's a foul ball. The 1-1. Rounded softly down the line toward first, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. High and deep down the left field line. And it's a foul ball.
Nope.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him. So we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
Still even at 2-2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Edman.
Into the box now, Jim Edmonds. Yes, he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 home.
What a well-executed fastball right there. Down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit well on the ground to first. And now a toss to the pitcher Verlander for the out.
Now back, the first baseman, Jared Walsh.
Next to dig in, Jared Walsh comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. As he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Big, slow breaking ball, one that drops in for a strike. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone. The 2-1 home. Is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
No offer on that one, and Verlander's run at full now, 3-2. Troy Gloss would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Now the 3-2 pitch is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Angels go down 1-2-3. They trail this one 1-0. All ready to go in the top of the 5th, and set to go as the third baseman, Alex Bregman. Now the pitch. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Bregman is carrying around a sparkling slugging percentage up over 500. Obviously a huge threat every time he grabs a bat. 1-1. Doesn't catch the outside corner. It's a ball. 2-2.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to throw it right by you.
Fouled away. Grounded weakly down the line toward third, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher, but you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
Iglesias now at short, and the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, catcher, Jason Castro.
So 1 away, and here's the left-handed hitting catcher, Jason Castro. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
And now he'll foul this one off as well to fall behind here. No balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Boy, he sped him up in this at-bat. Now it's time for the changeup. This guy's got a good one, and he hasn't thrown it yet in this at-bat.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes.
Ball. 2-2 now.
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
These last 2 guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. He loses him on ball 4.
2 ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say, that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk. But if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
Next to stand in is Miles Straw. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
Runners on first with 1 down. comes up empty that time as he's underneath it 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
At the plate now, Craig Biggio. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. No hits to this point. A ball and a strike to Houston's leadoff batter. And this one's in the dirt. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. From the belt, the pitch. Oh, not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with a man in scoring position.
2 on, 2 out, and that brings in the left-handed hitting outfielder Michael Brantley. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. Two a note to Bradley.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
Ready with the 3-0. And that's over. 3-1.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
3-1. Here it is. Called strike 2, and now it's full 3-2.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
Swinging a hard liner to center field. And the 2-out threat won't pay off. The inning is over. 2 left for the Astros, but they're up 1-0. Welcome back to Anaheim as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Angels offense with their manager between innings. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. No, they have not scored yet, but they have been successful in running up the pitch count, something they feel will eventually pay dividends on the scoreboard as the starter gets tired and they are forced to go to the bullpen. For now, they're sticking to the plan.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. And now in the box, Cord Loss. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Matty, I'd like to see them change up their offensive approach a little bit right now. Maybe get a little bit more aggressive in the strike zone. I just feel like this pitcher is settling into a rhythm, and they're going to hand it over to the bullpen eventually, and this game's going to be over.
Verlander sets his sights. Here comes the pitch.
Nope. Ball 1.
Curveball, but it misses well out of the zone. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Brantley going back to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
The batter, number 6, second baseman, Anthony.
No one on with one down, and the next hitter will be the right-handed bat of Anthony Rendon. First pitch of the AB on its way.
Ball, that's inside.
The 1-0. Swung on and belted. Get out the rye bread and mustard, Grandma. It's grand salami time. Anthony Rendon connects on a solo shot. Second home run early in the year as the Angels are back even now at 1 run apiece.
Wow, that's a rough go. Not only do you lose the no-hitter, you lose the shutout, and after that swing, we're all tied up. Let's see if this guy can get back in a good mental frame of mind and start throwing some zeros back up on the board.
The batter now will be Tim Salmon. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. Struck out in his first at-bat. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes.
I don't mind him trying to pitch him backwards right there with those 2 early count sliders. But now he finds himself in a situation where he's going to have to come fastball.
The 2-0. Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. Here now the 2-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Another try at 2-2. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors to this point for the Angels. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
We know he's probably still thinking about that game-tying home run he just gave up,
Now
but I'm going to give him credit for not showing that it's bothering him. When you come back and strike out the next guy, it shows you've still got your head in the right place.
In now, Max Stassi. As Verlander jumps ahead of him here with strike 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
That's a ball.
Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
That's
Breaking ball called just a bit low. 2 out, nobody on. To 2-2 now.
I got to count 2-2.
Grounded back up the middle. Reined in. Throw to first beats him easily, and the side is retired. Angels strike for 1, and it comes on this solo home run. We're through 5 here this afternoon, all even at 1 apiece. Back now for the start of the 6th inning, and we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I discussed the Astros offense with Houston's manager, and he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. They're struggling to drive the baseball into the gaps right now, as only 1 of their hits has been for extra bases. That makes it pretty tough to generate runs, but he said it's up to everyone in the lineup to make the necessary adjustments. It hasn't gone their way to this point, but that shouldn't mean they can't put together some great swings the rest of the way.
Number 57.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Aaron Slagers will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season. Top half of the 6th about to get started. Here comes the first baseman, Jeff Bagwell.
Number 5, Jeff Bagwell.
Now here's the pitch. He grounds it sharply to 3rd. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting, designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez.
1 away for the Astros here in the 6th, and that'll bring up Yordan Alvarez. Now the first pitch. And it's fouled away. And he'll fight this one foul off to the left as the count goes to 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out.
Nope,
Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2.
That's great recognition right there on the part of the hitter. Not many guys lay off that one. That was a classic strikeout pitch. The 0-2 good changeup with some depth.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Fouled off. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full, 3-2.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
Full count, here it comes. Yanked hard, but foul to the right.
I know the fans love the souvenirs, but the battle between the pitcher and batter right here is what makes the game great.
Down the line and fair. That's a hit. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
The right fielder, number 30, Kyle Tucker.
At the plate, Kyle Tucker, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Oh, and 1, here it comes.
Ball that's outside.
Runner at second here with 1 man out. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. From the stretch. Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder on the run. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now.
Now batting, shortstop, Carlos Correa.
Here's Carlos Correa now. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. And it looks like they'd rather go after the next guy as the intentional walk signal comes here with 2 away.
Well, they felt it was better to take the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous, and they decided they'll take their chances with the next guy in the lineup.
Big spot here. First and second, 2 men gone. And that'll bring up the LSU product, Alex Bregman. From the stretch. Sinkers in there. No balls and a strike.
That's the heavy sinker right there. He has the ability to get ground balls when he needs them, potential double play situations, or to get that jam job with no one on base, that tapper right back to the pitcher. One of the toughest pitches to hit in the game.
Comes set, the 0-1. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Alvarez rounds the corner and is headed home. Now the relay home. Tag is there, and he's out trying to score from first as the second run. Astros forced to settle for only the 1 run. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Astros 2 and the Angels 1. Back to the top of the Angels lineup now, and stepping in, Garrett Anderson to start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
Yeah, I think if I'm the hitting coach right here, Matty, I'm telling the offense to get aggressive. Just seems like we've been going too deep in counts, and this guy has got exploding stuff on the mound. So I would tell them get overly aggressive on a heater in the middle of the plate early.
In there, 0-1.
Yeah, that looked like an auto take right there, just trying to measure up this pitcher's stuff.
A good rip that time by Garrett, but he comes up empty. 0-2.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
Verlander's ready. Here it is on 0-2. Well outside with the curveball for a ball. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ballgame.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
To the plate now, Jose Iglesias. And he'll take a look at ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The 1-0.
Ball, that's out.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. A good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Low scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th. Too tight with that one. 3-0. Trouble waiting next as you see Mike Trout in the on-deck circle. Here it is on 3-0. And he goes with the slider here as that misses in tight. It's ball 4.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Mike.
And now the designated hitter for the Angels, Mike Trout, who went down on strikes in his last at-bat. He's set. Here it comes. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1.
Wow, I'm shocked the hitter took it right there. That's a well-executed pitch down in the zone to try and get that double play.
Counts even to Trout, 1-1. Oh, and a half swing there on a pitch out of the zone. Indeed, it's strike 2. Working for the punch out and the offering.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. 2-2 one more time. Is laid off of for ball number 3.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
And he misses again, ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down.
Edman.
Ready now for L.A. Jim Edmonds trying here to plate the tying run from second. And now the first pitch. On a line to shortstop.
Now batting, first baseman, Jared Walsh.
Digging in next, Jared Walsh. The base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery.
Well, the Angels have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a great time.
Ready with the 1-0. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base. Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
2 balls, no strikes. And with just 5 2/3 innings under his belt, he's about to hit the century mark in his pitch count now.
Yeah, Matty V, and the way baseball is played these days, it's about 6 innings or 100 innings, and you're pretty much looking for that bullpen. And D-Roll right now, this guy's pretty vulnerable right now in this game.
Yeah, Dan, you are a monster down that bullpen. That's what it seems to be in today's game. There's 5 or 6.
And the shortstop is under it to make the play, retiring the side. Angels strand a couple. Our score remains 2-1. Mike Mayers will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign.
Number 21, Mike Myers.
All set for the start of the inning. And next to hit is the catcher, Jason Castro.
Jason Castro.
Now here's the first offering. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Bounce it to the left side. He's got it. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first. And this will go down as an E5 as you can see the exasperation on his face. Striding in for Houston, Miles Straw. No career at-bats for him against this particular arm in the past. First pitch on its way. He swings and misses. Throw down. Here's the tag by Iglesias, and it got him at second base.
Well, they've got a small lead, and they're pushing to add to it by being aggressive on the base pass. But as a manager, you just hope you're not giving up outs that you wish you could have had back.
We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
He's going to have to take a deep breath. A little bit ultra aggressive at the plate right now after fishing at the first pitch and looking like he was going to commit on that one.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys on this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Stepping in now, Craig Biggio. As he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Hey, this could be a huge momentum swing for this team right here. Relief pitcher has come busting through the gates and done his job. Try and get this team back in the dugout where the offense can get rolling.
1 and 2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2 and 2. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2 and 2. And the pitch. Now a little looper down the left field line. In there, a base hit.
The left fielder, number 23, Michael Brantley.
Here's Michael Brantley. So take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now a throw over, and he just manages to get his hand in. 2 out with the man at first. Ball and a strike.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
Here's a look over to first, and the runner back safely. And that misses. 2 and 1. Throw over to first, and he's back standing. The 2-1. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and no one will get this one. Now a throw over to first, and a dive, but he's back. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. A hit and an error in the inning, but they failed to score. Bottom of the 7th now from Anaheim. Get up and stretch. It's the Astros 2 and the Angels 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And standing in is the veteran third baseman, Craig Ross.
No, you're only down 1 right here, but the exploding stuff that's coming out of the back end of a lot of teams' bullpens. I mean, just north of 95 plus. Stuff diving all over the plate. It's gotten a lot tougher to scratch across runs against these teams' bullpens.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. swung on and belted. Get out to rye bread and mustard, Grandma. It's grand salami time. A solo shot down the line in right. Home run number 3 here in the early going as the Angels have come back to tie things at 2.
Talk about it being a game of inches. That ball stays barely fair to tie this ball game up. Late innings. You have to be feeling super confident rounding the pillows after tying this one up.
Here comes the Astros skipper up out of the Houston dugout. And it would appear that that's going to be the end of the afternoon for Justin Verlander. So a no decision here this afternoon, as it'll be up to the bullpen from here on out. Jake Odorizzi comes on now, and he'll take over with nobody out in inning number 7.
17. Jake Odorizzi.
And digging in next will be Anthony Rendon.
Second baseman.
As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He went deep back in the 5th. Odorizzi looks in. Here it comes on 1-0. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. No outs, nobody on. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
And with the bases empty and 3 balls, I think they were probably just saying, hey, we're not going to compound our mistakes here. Better issue a free pass and give him something to drive.
Next up, Tim Salmon. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. First delivery to him. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1.
For most people, being down 0-1 would seem like a lot, but this guy is such a good hitter. He doesn't care going deep in the count. He's got runners on base. He has a game plan every time he comes to the plate. Let's see how this one plays out.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
Into the box, Max Stassi. As he swings and lifts it in the air out to shallow right field. Into the slide, and he comes up with a great catch for the 2nd out.
The batter, the left fielder, Garrett.
At the plate now, Garrett Anderson. As he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Started the breaking ball far too inside that time. Laid off for ball 1. 1-1. Is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 2.
I love the fact that this batter continues to be aggressive, but after striking out twice already, maybe he's got to take a step back.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. But a run scores in the inning, and that'll have to be good enough as this solo home run knots things up. We'll march on to the 8th, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Tony Watson will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season.
Tony.
Now to bat, Jeff Bagwell. Not providing much out of the 3-hole in this one. Hitless in 3 at-bats so far. He's ready. Here's the first pitch.
That's out.
And now we see a right-hander up and throwing in the Angel bullpen. A ball and a strike to count to the Astros first baseman. Fastball called strike 1-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Bagwell. Into the windup and the pitch. And this will ricochet off of him on the mound. Recovery throw is not in time, and that'll go down as a painful single. And this has to be a big concern here. This ball came back and got him right in the pitching arm, and that is something you just never want to see. You can see him trying to work this one off, and from all appearances, I think they're going to let him continue, so that at least is a good sign. Standing in now, Yordan Alvarez. As he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. A ball and a strike.
1-1.
And he'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin the win if he starts looking for it in there.
The 1-2. Lifted down the line in left. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
So now to the plate, Kyle Tucker. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. 1-0 pitch. Runners off for second. That's a strike to throw down. Not in time as he steals second.
This catcher's not known for his throwing ability, so you compound that with a big lead at first base. He had no chance to throw that runner out at second.
Swing and a ball hard hit toward deep right. And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. So 2 gone now in the Houston 8th. And the former #1 overall pick in American League Rookie of the Year, Carlos Correa, bats next. Correa, left field and carrying well. Gone! A 2-run shot that gives them the lead. So a 2-run homer down the line in left as they've taken a 2-run lead.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Two out, nobody on. Look out, 2-0 now. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations.
Here's another one that's drilled. This one to left. And it's out of here. Back-to-back 2-out home runs. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, and just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
Every run helps late in the game. And with this one on the board, they're now up 3 and only need 6 outs to end it. They've got a little room for error, and I'm sure they'd like to add to that even more if they can.
Steve Cishek enters the ball game out of the pen, looking for the final out here in the top of inning number 8.
Number 41, Steve Cishek. The catcher,
at the plate, Jason Castro, as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. The numbers head-to-head with Steve Cishek. He's 0 for 4. Here comes the 1-0. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
You know, something to keep in mind. They're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series, and maybe even the whole week ahead.
Now the 2-0 home.
Ball 3.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
The 3-0 pitch. Finds the zone, strike 1. Three runs already home here. Here's a bouncer foul to the left side, and the count will move ahead now to 3-2. And he fouls this one off. Another payoff pitch. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as the side is retired. So So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Astros 5 and the Angels 2. Ryan Presley is out from the bullpen now as he'll be making his first appearance of this young season. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And stepping up as the shortstop, Jose Iglesias. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. Strong is right there. 1 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Mike Trout.
So now into the box is Mike Trout. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch of the AB on its way.
Got to find a way to scratch at least 1 across. You do not want to take on the monster closing the game down 3.
The 0-1 delivery. Popped up. Bregman is under it. 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jim Edmonds.
So next to bat will be Jim Edmonds. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
First pitch on its way. We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Looking up is the center fielder. Adios, pelota. Jim Edmonds with the solo home run. Number 397 for him now as he draws closer to 400. And it's a 5-3 game now. Well, that's the 6th home run we've watched leave the yard in this one. Guys, what do you think's behind the hitting we've seen here today?
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night. But a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Roll, is I prefer to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's not concerned with striking out, so he's going to get his A swing off.
And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Well, I bet the manager breathed a sigh of relief when he saw he wasn't hurt that badly. The last thing they can afford to lose is a guy like that for any length of time.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out. And now digging in, it'll be Troy Gloss. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And he just misses inside with the fastball there. Outside, 2-1. A runner on first with 2 away. This is foul right side.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Went to the slider to try and get him to chase, but it's full now, 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Count remains full. The next 3-2. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. But not before they answer back here with a solo home run. Ninth inning coming up. It's now a 5-3 ball game. Alex Claudio enters from the pen to start the ninth inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the ninth.
Claudio.
All set to start the ninth in this one. And next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Miles Straw. And now the first pitch.
1-0.
A ball and a strike now. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. The pitch. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Back on it is the left fielder. Still going back. Gone to lead off the inning. So a solo shot down the line in left. First home run of the campaign for him, and it's now 6-3. This one has turned into a slugfest of Ruthian proportions. 7 combined big flies. You guys remember seeing anything like that in a while?
Yeah, Matt, you know what, Demo, we got up this morning for this day game here. We were expecting a high-scoring game, but boy, we haven't been disappointed.
Yeah, you take the temperature of a lot of guys in the league. They definitely will tell you they see the ball better in the daytime than they do at night. Case in point today, ball was jumping off the bats of both lineups.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
All the makings of a big inning right here. One already left the yard, and the power hitters are coming up.
The 1-1. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. And Edmonds will make the play here for the first out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 23, Michael Brantley.
Next to hit, Michael Brantley. 1 run in and 1 gone so far in this inning. First offering. Hit hard down the right field line. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. One out, nobody on. And he won't offer it that. Too high. 1-2.
1-2.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. That was a tough play, so let's take another look at it with Showtrack. Seemed to get a solid read off the bat, took a good angle at it, and he covered over 100 feet to make the grab. And I'm sure he'll be getting some high fives for that one. Into the box now, Jeff Bagwell. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Loud contact by Bagwell and a ball carrying well to left. And it's gone as they add still another. So a solo shot down the line in left. Second home run early in the year, as it is now 7-3. This has been quite a hitting display from both sides. That's home run number 8 on the day.
Matty V, I don't know what this is. D-Row, is this bad pitching or good hitting?
I think you have to credit both offenses today. They both came in with game plans. We walked around during batting practice. They were both super confident, and nobody is missing a barrel.
Raisel Iglesias takes over now with 2 gone here in the top of inning number 9. Up plate now, Yordan Alvarez. And there's a swing and a miss and an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1. He's got 2 hits in 4 at-bats. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9, due up in the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Astros 7 and the Angels 3. Joe Smith will come on in relief as he'll make his 2nd appearance of the season so far. And now, Anthony Rendon. And it was a walk in his last trip.
The second baseman, Anthony.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. As he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Now the Astros have somebody up in the bullpen as a right-hander has started to warm up out there. Here it comes, 1-0.
Nope,
There's ball 2 as the slider dips below the zone. A bit of a hanger, but it's laid off and called a strike. Smith, 37 years old. He's in the midst of his 14th major league season, so I guess you could say baseball has been good to him.
Yeah, Matty, no kidding right there. I'll tell you what, the grind to get to the big leagues is so hard. Guys just want to spend a month, a day in the big leagues. So to put yourself here for 12 years screams to your ability to adjust and be a great teammate.
Now back, right fielder,
At the plate now, Tim Salmon. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Outside for a ball, 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball.
He knows full well he's sitting on a hat trick right here. All he's trying to do is avoid the golden sombrero.
Here comes the 1-2. Hard hit ball to second. And that is just past his outstretched glove, and that ought to be a base hit. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
All you can ask as an offense is to try and get that tying run in the batter's box. And they've started out nicely right here. They've gotten 2 runners on. They're down 4. A grand slam is still in play. Let's see if they continue this nice offensive approach.
Now into the box, Max Stassi. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
And now the first pitch. First and second here with nobody out. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away. Billy Wagner takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Anderson.
Garrett Anderson will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 1 gone. Pause, now the pitch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Well, as a leadoff man, the team looks for you to get on base any way you can.
Shortstop.
This isn't the preferred route, at least for him, but hey, they'll take it.
In now, Jose Iglesias. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. Wagner, once an Atlanta Brave, he came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
Here it comes, 1-0.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
The 2-1 pitch. Count even at 2-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Oh, and a huge strikeout there as he certainly does his job out of the pen. And we'll see how they go after the next guy here. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is with changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0.
Inside, ball 2.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Two out, bases loaded. Angels down to their last strike. Protecting with 2 strikes, 1 out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And he strikes him out to end it here as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate but could not cash in. And this afternoon's game ends 7-3. The Astros came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Jake Odorizzi claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.
Fans, our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Astros, 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Angels, 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They left 9 men on base. The winning pitcher is Jake Odorizzi. His record is now 1-0. The loss goes to Tony Watson. He falls to 1-1. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 21 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Mm-hmm.